Don't give me that. Good damn choice. Have you played this game before? Got confused when there was voices. I was trying to be intimate with my colonists. Colonists? You've seen bits and pieces? Okay. I bought this game, I don't even know when. I don't even know when I bought this game, but I have had it installed forever and I've never played it.
War had raged through all Avantasia. The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet, no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the Woodland Realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world.
What's going on?
Who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah!
Oh, it's like, okay, I got it.
Good, good. This is good. Although the ground is still...
Climb off the rock face. Things are going on. Well, this seems to be going well. What the hell is happening, even?
Part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion.
So things appear to.
If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island.
Things appear to have
But
gone.
somehow I really doubt it will.
Gone very badly for us. Oh, it's a lamp. It's Eni!
Oh, hi, Nate. How's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
No big thing. So, now that we have a little time to kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert, and at that time, I was...
Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Definitely not the time to reminisce.
Then why did you ask?
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast a spell.
Time to make up for it, then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful death. My death. So just how do you think you could make things any worse?
Worse? I could set the air on fire, or it could start smelling. Very bad.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me! I just can't take it anymore!
Benny! Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do.
Oh, how about a magic carpet?
A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why, you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamp. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
Yes! What the heck?
Oh, where are we now?
What happened here? No!
It's like, what's his name? Beaker from the Muppets. Oh. Aha!
Welcome, adventurer. I am the tutorial, guardian of gameplay, explainer of controls. To move a character, just click anywhere in the scene, wherever your heart desires. Well done. If you left-click an object, then your character will perform an action determined by the context. Now click on that big lever. The robot has used the lever, as this seemed logical to him. Click the lever with your right mouse button so that the robot looks at it rather than uses it. Excellent. The robot thinks the lever is working. But if that's so, then where is the problem? That hatch over there, left-click it. The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is. Click on the hatch again using the left mouse button. First left click will allow you to look, the second to use. Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, the most logical thing to do next is use it. It's quite simple. Right-click when you want to look at something, left-click in order to do whatever that character thinks is the next most sensible move.
This is
Machine
amazing.
Working again. Left-click on the lever.
Aha! It's like the Game of Thrones intro. Oh, here we go.
Appears to be a new problem. Better take a closer look at the engine. Oops, that wasn't very helpful. Please pick up both gear cogs. Great work. Items you pick up will go into your inventory. To open and close your inventory, left-click the rucksack. To use an inventory item, left-click it and use one of the gears in your inventory.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. You bought a broken game? I think more like I broke the game.
Excellent. Perfect. You'd better oil the engine before you switch the machine back on again. That should do it. Time to crank it up.
Oh, little bats.
You can examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Pick up the damaged figure and the toolbox.
Oops, sorry. Hang on a moment, guys. I gotta start the EVGA thing again. There we go. Okay. 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 Ah, there we go.
Great. You found a few items in the toolbox.
Getting it.
You can use these items on each other by initially left-clicking the first object, and then, when you have this item on the cursor, you left-click the second object. Try to repair the figure in the inventory. Well done. Now place the figure back in its rightful place on the balcony of the castle and start the machine.
Huh. I just noticed it too. Game capture gone wonked. Yeah, I just noticed it too. Boom. How about that? Was that? That working? Perfect. Okay. We're fine. We're good. I just noticed that OBS wasn't working either. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm what? Sorry. Okay.
Excellent. Now ready. One last tip. If you press the spacebar, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed. Good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales.
Yeah!
I'm worried about you.
Oh.
Oh, Mother. What's wrong with you?
Everything's fine.
No,
TDS or pro
you
streamers.
don't look well at all.
Right.
Positively rotund.
Excuse
It
me?
is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her frustrations by comforting
I
you.
disagree.
If you carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
Comfort eating is the
I
best.
don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will
Prince
like
who?
him. He's charming and... Look, he sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the Elf Kingdom, in the castle of your family where you belong.
This is amazing.
No one here should be sad, tired, or fat. I only want what's best for you, Ivory.
Go away, Mom. Like the little stuffed.
Did you see that? She's locked me in. Yes, only what's best for me. She always says that. Have you seen this, Prince? A vain river elf who's only interested in topping up his tan. I'm to spend hundreds of years in the company of someone I don't love? Huh, not me. And how? She will try anything and everything. Nothing's more important to her than getting me married off. Ugh. When I was out there with the humans, it was the first time that I had the feeling I could determine my own destiny.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
guessing
it was dangerous.
this is a
Doesn't that go
reference
with
to the first
territory?
game, since
A
this is
life
the second
without
one.
risk, that is so... Oh, you don't understand. If I could, I would go right now. You want to stop me? Just like last time. I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a year in the human world, and they have some very strange ideas about personal hygiene.
Just go be with the humans and be fat.
Well, I thought perhaps it's a curse. Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would make a state occasion out of it. I don't know either, but I'm sure there's a medical book down in the library.
Aha! Retrieve medical book from library.
No, rest is not what I need just now. I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me, completely alone, just like a grown-up elf.
That's right.
I'm not going to be stopped, neither by locked doors nor by you. I've been sleeping badly of late, and sometimes I feel tired all day long. I've never been ill, but something isn't right. I hope I'll find the answer in the library. Fresh water from the spring brook, the little stream that rises here in the castle and provides for the whole valley. People come from far and wide to drink it. An envoy from the Far East gave me this musical box years ago. Wherever I go, I always have its tune in my head. A beautiful red flower. It was only put here a few days ago. Sometimes Mother orders a new plant that looks nice in my room. And then it's replaced and planted in the garden.
Okay. What did you just do? What did you just do?
It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time that I've climbed into the garden via the balcony, and it won't be the last. I'm just doing my morning exercises. I wasn't going to. Of course, I could just ignore him and climb down into the garden anyway. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me, and who knows what the two
Yes,
of them would cook up.
that's
for me
exactly
next.
what I saw too.
Cheep Cheep survived our past adventure, even if he'll insist on exactly the opposite. He told everyone for months how he defended me from all the evils of the world and then only just escaped with his tail feathers intact. My jewellery box serves as a podium for the vertically challenged narcissist. Could you please move aside? I want to get into my jewellery box. He doesn't listen to me anymore since I almost caused him to be roasted by fireballs, decapitated by swords and eaten by monsters. Mother has permitted him to disregard any of my orders that go against her wishes. His interpretation of this can be liberal. Cheep Cheep likes to look at his reflection. He strikes a pose and then tries to impress himself with it, and succeeds most of the time. Hey Cheep Cheep, I need the mirror. I only need it for a minute. Oh, he's not budging, and his pecs can be damn painful when he puts his mind to it. Mother's locked me in, as if I was 200 again. Since I secretly escaped from the Elf Burrow last year, she's taken to guarding me closer than ever before. The door's locked and can only be opened from the other side. I'll have to find another way down to the... And Cheep Cheep was ordered never to leave my side.
Oh, okay.
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund. Normally this bowl is for... No. Fresh water for... People come... I had my birthday during the few weeks that we spent living together here in the Elf Burrow. That was a big deal for Wilbur. He couldn't understand that the significance of birthdays tends to fade after a few hundred years. He insisted on making me a present. He sat in the corner for days knitting me this hat with his little gnarled fingers. Wilbur didn't know. Mother looked at the hat with so much revulsion that I didn't take it off for days. Wilbur just beamed with pride.
Okay.
I used to look into the woods for days on end, imagining what the world beyond would be like. Now I know, and I think I miss it. I've seen much suffering, much evil and unkindness in the world out there, but it was exciting. It was alive. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered, so perfect, so dull. One day's just like the next, and they just pass by endlessly. We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite.
So what, do we just go...
Okay, he's not looking this way. Oh, there is more than one kind of stretch exercise, you know. Perhaps you'd like to train with me. No chance. I can't sneak down as long as Cheep Cheep's on guard.
Okay. So we have to deal with Cheep Cheep then.
Hey, Cheap. Most birds love a mirror because they believe they can see another bird in it. You just love them because you can't get enough of yourself. I would be a bit less unbearable if I wasn't incarcerated in here. See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my room. Cheap, the box, please. Oh. Hey, Cheap, I need the mirror. I only need it for a minute. Oh, he's not budging. And if I'm to get out of this room, I'll have to trick him. Mother's orders are sacrosanct to him. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully. But she's starting to lose her patience. The times when the others were here in the elf burrow, those were the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always pulling faces and trying to make me laugh. Wilbur was so excited. He loves elves and our stories. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him talk about bygone ages. Complete idiot. Apologies, I need a few of your seeds. Hey, Cheap. Fancy some delicious sunflower seeds? You want the seeds? I want to get out of this room. Could we not come to some arrangement? I would never do that. I know that royal servants are unbribable, but sunflower seeds? Then perhaps not. See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my room.
Okay.
No, I'm... Normally this bowl...
Yeah, I'm just basically guessing. This game is odd, I like it.
A delicate, sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow.
It's good looking. I approve of the graphics. The art style, rather.
A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, immaculate.
Okay.
Oh, Cheap Cheap can't be bribed. I'll have to try something different.
Okay. What is something different?
Cheap Cheap, would it be possible for you to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead? Don't say I never look after you. Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Hey, Cheap. Oh, missing your mirror? Well, sooner or later you won't be able to stand it anymore. I'm not horrible. I just don't want to be locked in my room like a child. See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my room. The plant would survive, I'm sure, but it...
Okay. Now what do I do? Hello? She just did it again! What the fuck is that?
Fresh water from the... People come... No. Hopefully I'll... Only how am... The door's locked and can only be opened. I'll have to find a...
I'm really confused as to what I do.
I don't know how, but perhaps it's a sixth sense. Or magic. Or he just knows me too well. Not while cheap. One can almost see the edge of the... Mother would never forgive me. Pearls, precious... Goodness knows what I... Hopefully, only how... Elf, only when... A guard with a spear. Elven craft. Only when everything is all.
I'm really confused. I honestly don't know what to do next. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Things and stuff? I wish I knew.
Since Nate left without saying so much, so far I've managed to. It's my mirror, really, but Cheap Cheap would probably miss it much more than me.
I was thinking throw this off the balcony. Hmm. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Go back. Go back. Okay. Aha! Here we go.
Hey, withdrawal symptoms? I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Shh. He's gone to sleep. It got dark and he's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
Quick, quick! Like a bunny!
Let's go.
Woohoo! We're in the garden.
As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheap Cheap always says that it evaporates
We made it.
quickly.
We did. We made it.
I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass.
Alright.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad. The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden. That leads up to the throne room. Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an iron will, whilst Pa leans against the tree of life, probably sleeping. I'm not going up there. I've no appetite for discussions with Mother. There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water's said to have healing powers. No wonder considering where it comes from. Perhaps the water really does have magical medicinal properties. Even so, it can't protect me from what's going to happen. The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm. The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it anymore.
Camera? Ah, there we go. Bush!
I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their names a few thousand years ago. Shite beerwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root.
What?
We no longer invite her to family gatherings.
That's funny.
This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing. Mother pours water from various jugs into this bowl.
Oh, I should have brought the jug from upstairs.
She did this almost daily in times gone by to ask the mirror who was the fairest elf in all the lands. Ever since the mirror started to hesitate with the answer a few months ago, she hasn't been using it quite so much. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass.
Oh, it's a little bonsai.
A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arthur.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature.
Give it water.
But you need a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
Ah, no one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
Ah, the mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
Nubbit.
What are you up to today, then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elf Burrow. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather in the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there.
What plant over where?
Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang their heads in this garden. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of Arbor's green fingers. If Arbor doesn't know what's wrong with the plant, then it's serious. Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen here.
Ha ha! Ha! Alright.
A handy smooth stone, Arbor's sheepdog.
Ooh, I can take it. I've got two things now. Let's see. What else is around? Ah, library. This looks suspiciously like a character that we might have seen in a Disney movie. Very suspicious.
There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits to give geometric presents. Each cube is significant and comes from a different country, but I never really paid much attention. Goldsmithing, masonry, and a book about carpentry. Like all books in this library, it's a guest present. The logic behind this must be, those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. Why don't we present them with a book about it? What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already know pretty much all there is to
Rubik's
know
Cube, I
about
just
the matter,
noticed.
and the book's
Wait.
of no use to us whatsoever.
Okay, hang on, time out. Is this game just full of references to other things? Because, for goodness sake, that's Sully from Monsters Incorporated. There's 3 eggs on the desk, which screams Game of Thrones. Is this basically just, like, a massive parody? Is that all this game is? Seriously.
A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. A bounty was put on its head, and all heroes of the land were encouraged to hunt it down. 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later more adventurers came carrying an identical head. Then more and more heroes arrived. Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the Elf Burrow. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. Humans and dwarves appear to have learnt their lesson. This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense. A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons.
What?
I think it's some kind of test of courage.
Oh, no. Ah, bookshelf down here. Hello?
What have we got here, then? Aha. Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill. What's wrong with me?
Take it easy, young one thing at a time.
Young one. I'm older than you.
And you look it, too.
Wow.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in centuries tells me that something is wrong.
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if it's not that, then it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus. But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and drink it.
Are you serious?
Very.
Are you actually qualified to make a diagnosis? And why can you talk?
I am a magical medicine book. That actually serves as an answer to both of your questions.
What the fuck?
I've never encountered a talking
What?
book before.
What is
Of
it?
course not. I am the only talking book here. That's the problem. In the magical library in Seastone, all books can talk. Things really get cooking there, believe me.
You were probably given to us by someone from Seastone, right?
Right. I was a complete idiot and actually
What's up?
volunteered.
Why is there Game of Thrones?
As I am
That's
a book of
exactly what I
medicine,
said.
I
That is
didn't get
exactly
much
what
to
I
do in
said.
Seastone. I thought to myself, hey, this is your chance to get some practical experience. Wrong.
Yeah, we elves don't get ill much.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books. This is the center of the Elven Kingdom, and just look at how paltry this library is.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us were there at the time.
Then that's probably also the reason why so many elves stand around in white.
What do you mean?
There's a
Allow me
companion
to
cube in the
elucidate.
background. Yep.
Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted, a little here, a little there. This editorial process is nothing more than refined elvish propaganda, presenting them as intelligent and morally impeccable. And who can prove otherwise? There are no other witnesses and there are no books.
I'm only like I don't even know how long into this game, so
I demand to know this instant what sort of illness I have.
Sometimes it's better not to know.
I can take it.
A placebo only works when one doesn't know that it is a placebo. Make the potion and then come back and drink it. Then you will be sure.
yeah, I've only been playing for about an hour. And a lot of it was getting stuck in a room.
And if it's lupus?
Have you been bitten by a wolf of late?
No.
Then it can't be lupus. No, I'm pretty sure it's something else. Now, that potion, drink it, and then I can tell you more.
All right, this potion. What goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix
A
with
herring!
water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
This Metis bush. Where can I find one?
What does it say here?
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched between dusty hymnals and a tome of revolting recipes.
A red herring. Are you serious?
Of course, why not? Red herrings are known all over the land as particularly useful fish. Their uses in the areas of medicine, cuisine, and literature are too numerous to mention.
All right, so I've got a red herring.
I'm talking to a book.
What are the potion's ingredients again?
The green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey, and a red herring. You have to put everything into a bowl with a bit of water and pound it until it forms a viscous potion.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
Let's see if the, if Arbor knows about anything. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf! Elves don't get ill!
But if I were...
Oh, come on, now tell me, how can I help you?
Do we have a metis bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The metis bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defense mechanism.
What?
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
Do you know how I could get my hands on some honey?
Try the kitchens.
I prefer not to wander through the castle.
Of course. Someone would tell your mother.
Would that beehive in the tree over there be of any help?
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees defend their honey and can give you a nasty sting.
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod, or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for
That's
it.
too good.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Well, everything needs to be complicated, you know.
There's something else. Have you found out what's wrong with the plant yet?
Nope, I haven't. Everything looks proper. Earth is moist and nutrient-rich. The sun is shining. Difficult case. I'd quite like to smoke my morning pipe now, but... first work, then play.
See you later, Arbor.
See ya!
Okay. So... we need to help him cure the flower then, so he'll smoke. Should play Dreamfall chapters.
The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart.
Can I take it?
Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem.
You heard
with
it's
that
pretty good?
flower. Let's take a look.
Isn't Dreamfall Chapters the one that you were playing, Emmy? Yeah, you did play it. I think I remember. There are 2 previous games you never played.
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love Lily. The Love Lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant
led to the
very
story, but this
early
one
in
was
its
really
life,
good.
which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the Love Lily does not normally survive the separation.
Didn't I have... So it needs like a partner flower? I know I have one in my room. Should play the originals. The original looks a little too shitty. I played the second one though. We plan to play the second one.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open. This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden. I bet they belong together.
Just take it. Yes. Okay. Back down to the garden. And... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know for absolutely certain, but this looks a hell of a lot like the Tesseract from Andromeda, the television show. And I don't know if anyone else has watched it and knows what the hell I'm talking about, but this looks a hell of a lot like the Tesseract from Andromeda. This looks awfully familiar too, for that matter, but... Fuss Roda.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
I've got a flower here that could help you with your love lily.
And?
Yes, look. Look, do you know this flower?
Haven't seen enough to know what you're talking about.
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
Just saw the
It would
Skyrim
appear
helmet,
so.
yeah.
You sniveling girl.
And that was Cloud's sword.
All right.
What?
No. Yes. I don't know.
The Buster sword?
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Okay, so... Let's see, we examine
The
the
pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit.
Yeah?
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
No? No. Okay. I don't know what he call his sword. Didn't have that kind of relationship. I'm pretty sure it was called the Buster Sword. I didn't even played Final Fantasy, to be honest. I've watched some sword builds, sword making. I watched sword making videos, and so they obviously named Cloud Sword by name.
Arbor's pot, literally.
Take a few worms.
I really shouldn't. It's only Earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter. Well, she'd be delighted.
What do we have? Worms.
The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out. The worms provide.
I can be fishing, yes, I think so.
I don't have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck.
Fishing skills 0.
Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing.
Fishing skill. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Fishing skill has risen to 1. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Look at the bookshelf.
Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans. Actually, more of a brochure. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented.
Oh, you couldn't see it? Yeah, it literally said, suddenly, I know more about fishing. And it said, fishing increased to level 1. Yeah, fishing increased from 0 to 1.
Perhaps there are a few practical hints and tips in the fishing book. A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the type and quality of your tackle, but also on a really good spot. It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea
All
what
the
all
fishing
that
skills.
means. I presume my fishing talents are not quite advanced enough to enable me to use this book.
What? What? Okay. So what? We need to wait. We need to fish until this is hilarious.
I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough.
Fishing skill 1.
Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
Fishing skill has increased to 2.
A classic.
Fishing skill has risen to 3.
A classic.
Fishing skill has risen to 4. Oh, no.
But they always come back to their...
Fish in the pond.
A classic.
Okay, so now are we high enough level to read the book?
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book.
Yeah.
Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row, then... That was educational.
Fishing skill has risen to 15. Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh, it's just making fun of every RPG ever, and it's hilarious.
A classic.
Fishing skill has risen to 16. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. There we go. Fishing. Go fishing.
Oh. Nothing.
Oh, no, no, no. Fish. Go fishing. Fish, fish, fish. Whoops. Hello. Fish in the pond. There we go.
A classic.
How many more times do I have to go fishing before I catch a red herring?
A classic.
Yes!
At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
Okay, we got a red herring. 5, 4, 5. Wow. Yeah. The answer is some more. Yes. Look at the water plants.
There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy.
Got a reed. Okay. So, can we pick something from the bush? Metis bush.
This is a metis bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green and sour if it feels afraid or threatened.
What about this? Look at the bee's nest.
The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit.
Can we use the herring on the bush? No? How about... Oh, yell at it. Hey, I want... Oh, cut the bee's nest.
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
There we go.
Hey now, you alright there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there, honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Oh, that be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
Alright, so we got honey. Let's see. Do we have like a book on flowers? Oh. Oops.
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell. Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, there's a Minecraft sword! I just noticed there's a Minecraft sword on the back side of the thing. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. There's a Minecraft sword on the back side of this. Scare it! Yell at it! Scare the bush! You called it, Sir Skelly!
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
Okay, we've got everything. I think, right? So, the only place I thought we could mix it with water was back in the bedroom, right? Poor Bush. I wonder what that is. Is that like from Transformers or something? It looks like it might be like the Allspark from Transformers.
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish. About 1 spoon of honey. Oh, that fruit smells really sour.
This is not what you thought it was?
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
Okay. So, use a... we need something to pound it with, don't we? Like a oh, the stone. The stone that, what's-his-face was using. Can we take the stone? Oh, wait, we still have it. Don't we? Yeah, we still have it. Jeez. Sorry. There we go.
I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Okay. So now we go back down to the potion book. Talk to the medicine book.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so...
Oh, it's cheap, cheap. They killed
Yes,
Sully.
I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
All right.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
No. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility
At least
that
not
the
to my
child is
knowledge.
conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant.
Magic pregnancy.
One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant.
Book is all.
And
Did
as
you
all
have
other
sex?
possibilities
Yeah.
have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means.
Oh
no, you
pregnant.
You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens
Pregante.
to me, don't you?
Pregnant.
Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in
Forget-her-net.
Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here.
Ah.
Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than
Pregnant.
you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator.
Pargent.
Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go.
Alright, so the magic mirror. Pregnate. Pragnitan. I heard there be babies. Pregnant.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be.
I heard there be
more than
babies. Yes,
The only
I'm
question
pregnant.
is how to cast a spell over
Or
the
she
mirror.
is anyway.
I've never done that before.
Thank you for the host. Horst.
There are 3 symbols on the
North.
bottom of the bowl. I wonder what they mean. They're the same ones as the columns in the throne room. Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line
I are
underneath
horsed.
it, sometimes above.
By the
and
way,
here's
we
a
are
circle
referring to
going
this
through
video.
the droplet.
Oh
Haven't
yes,
got a clue
how
what
is
they mean.
Prengent formed?
I have seen these symbols once before. Up in the throne room, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is a hilarious video, and you should definitely watch it. It is absolutely hysterical. Everyone leave the stream and watch it? Well, that's rude.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years. You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, well, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Oh,
Let's hope
gee,
it doesn't
that
come to
video.
that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happening.
Is that Sully? Yes, it is
That
Sully.
would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world
Turbo
would do to an
pregnant.
elf.
Yes, there's quite a few references around here. Let's see. That's Sully. These are the eggs from Game of Thrones, a Rubrik's Cube, what I think is the Allspark from Transformers, a Skyrim helmet, a Companion Cube from Portal, the Tesseract from Andromeda, Cloud's Buster Sword, and a Minecraft sword. So yeah, there's quite a few references that we've come across so far. And that's just in this room.
You were interrupted just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Oh, come on, tell me.
A starch
I
mess.
could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
Give me to a public library.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself a throne out of all the swords of conquered
Oh my
enemies.
gosh!
Unfortunately, he died after only conquering one enemy when he refused to heed all the warnings and sat on the throne.
The Game of the Iron Throne. That's hysterical. Talson, I am playing the Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Do you know how to cast a spell over a magic mirror?
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Dangerous Prangent
Perhaps you
6.
saw Mother doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to herself. Some kind of elf priestess magic nonsense. I don't know nothing about that.
Me neither.
This video was amazing.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Okay, so 3 vessels.
Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above, and here is a circle going through the droplet. Haven't got a clue what they mean.
Humor is
I've
beyond
seen these
strange.
symbols
It's
once
based on a
before.
Douglas
in
Adams
the
book.
throne room, if
I
I'm
don't
not
think it's based on
mistaken.
anything. I think it's a bespoke video game. It's basically a gigantic parody of everything, as far as I can tell. It's parodying RPGs, it's parodying other games, movies.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I'm no longer a little girl who can be shut up in her room.
No? How did you get out of your room? Did you trick Cheep Cheep and then climb over the balcony? That sounds very grown up.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
You should play the Luigi
Of course.
board.
Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of
I want to play the
terrible
Luigi
power
board,
is
but I hear it's
gradually moving
dangerous.
through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the
Wedgie
Knuckle?
board.
A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmajor in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping
Wow,
me with my
Wickboard.
problem.
He does have more of those videos, Lilo. He absolutely does.
Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very
Oh,
special.
so you already watched the other ones?
The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, high on the rooftop of the world, anger the humorless gods.
I'll need to have a think about that. She locked me up like a small child.
Have you
And the
argued
Weggy?
again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
Do I obtain a
I'd just
Wedgie
like to
board?
decide for
to make my
myself.
own Wedgie, or can I buy one from
I
a witch or
know.
vegan?
Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all
I buy
wishes
my Wedgie
are
boards
granted.
from vegans.
Oh,
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
I'm guessing these are all
You
references
have
to the
great
first
powers,
game.
and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
But I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
Oh boy, do we tell him?
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
Feather, I am Pargant.
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
This guy's like
If you don't know
Dumbledore.
what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must
I'm
be
pregnant.
magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
Wait,
I
what?
know, but I'll work on that.
Okay. So he would know if she had the sex and got pregnant. That's kind of creepy. Is her dad a tree? He looks kind of like one.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky,
Okay,
she never
past my
will.
bedtime, must sleeps. Aww. Good night, all. Bye. Bye. Sleep well. We need a vessel to carry water in, I think.
That's just what I need.
Perfect. Just don't break it. Let's see.
Only priestess up to now, my...
What?
I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well. Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
When you married Father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that I had ever met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages, and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Wait, what? What?
Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. Up to... I'll leave her to work.
But what?
This magical epidemic seems to be really worrying her.
Can't I grab...
Only priest up to... I'll leave this magical...
I don't understand. All the magical epidemia? Hang on a minute, guys.
Only priest up to now. I'll leave her to this magic. Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Doesn't Mother's way of doing things drive you a bit mad?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, warts and all.
Enlighten me, Father.
Evil dance are among...
That... I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. I'll leave her to this magical...
Well... Oh.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do then?
This symbol's on...
Oh, now we can talk to her.
Mother?
Yes, Ivodora.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh. What's all this different forms of water all about then?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
That stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Well, the moon water's a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Oh, I thank you, Mother.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Okay, so we have one of the waters. Moonwell water, okay. Whoop. Okay. Moon water get! Okay.
Right. Now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moonwell. It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Oh, perfect. So water that falls from the sky. Okay.
Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Okay, and then I'm guessing water from the spring. Spring water?
There appears to be an amazing collection of stuff accumulated in the little pond. I wonder if there's anything there that could prove useful.
Let's see.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
just need to borrow your spade a moment. Is that okay?
Of course. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You shouldn't smoke.
Why not?
It's not healthy.
Still need spring
No
water.
lungs, no problems.
Sprung
It's
water.
a bit weird and warped to smoke yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, no.
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
I wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
Aha!
I need a special sort of water, Arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly
Have fun with the video
out of
games and the
earth.
cursed pregnancy. You need to go lie down and
No,
probably
it's
call the
always
night.
like them
Oh,
things
okay,
called
I pity.
Don't you?
Thank you for stopping
Not a
by.
container.
I hope you get a good night's sleep.
There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. Woohoo! I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Why is she so obsessed with telling everyone she's pregnant? Good grief.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are going. Hello? Are you
Yes!
there?
I'm always there.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly, with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are
So
wrong.
clearly that's what pregnant ladies do.
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Wow.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
Rude.
So you help them.
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you'll get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield.
Wow!
Couldn't you and mate have done that somewhere else?
Wow!
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, princess.
This guy is literally a voyeur. That's creepy and hilarious.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Oh my gosh.
We will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
Well, we've got the password. Ugh. All right. Melon.
I've got what I need, but this is so much fun. And perhaps I'll have a bit of luck catching other interesting things in the pond. A classic. A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely hideous. But now, I am the master of all rods, the ruler of the river and the goddess of the water!
Fishing skill
And what's
1000.
more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done. I've reached my peak.
The Master Angler hat is what that was called.
Hey, Cheap.
Oh, read the book? We could try. Hang on.
I'll be back soon, Cheap. I already know everything that this book can teach me.
Aww.
Hey, Cheap. Think, Cheap Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings? You've got an idea?
Oh.
A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine? Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea,
This
Cheap.
is
The Blue Mountains aren't
unbelievable.
close. And just look at the price. A pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from? Yes, I think you're right.
Okay.
We'll have to think of something.
Seriously, can we talk about the just never-ending wave of references in this entire game? Can we? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold.
Which is awesome,
Yeah,
I know,
you're
right?
They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito. This sex that you spoke about, what is it and why should I not have it? I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out what you're trying to hide from me. I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Cheap, but I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again? Good. Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of
Perhaps
divine
even
fate.
two.
Well, an object that would make every wish come true. It'd be very handy right now. Yes, I know, too much power for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made arrangements. I'll be
Okay,
back
so we're
soon,
not
Cheap.
finding anything here. Take one of the books.
Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. I've enjoyed watching him in the past. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually animals turned into wood. This one's more about interiors, making furniture and the like. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb and saw the board into 2 equal length pieces. Who knows what that might be good for?
Working with wood? I wonder then. Hey, you wanna work with some wood?
Look, I found this book in the library.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
Hello, turn around.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so
Oops.
content it looks anything but sad. Perhaps the tree would like to hear a little story from the book. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by 2 men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Oh, I'm so sorry. It'll be all right. You'll see.
What? Oh, rainbow. We just basically made the tree depressed. That's... wow.
Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow over the garden.
Okay.
Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right. Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right.
At the end of the thing, pot of gold into the rainbow. Yeah, I got it. I gotcha.
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
That's... wow. That's really funny.
Hi, Arbor.
What you got there? Be that the hat of a master fisher?
Yep, pulled it out of the pond.
But I've been trying for years to hook one of those.
Well, talent will out.
That ain't me talent. That be pure luck. Mappin'. Sooner or later, old Arbor will get some luck too.
Alright. I think this is probably a good place to stop. Let's see. Okay. It has been a fun stream. It is now like 9, but also good. Because work tomorrow. Yes. Great stream though. Yeah, I'm enjoying this game. This game is hysterical. I cannot wait to see what else is in it. I am genuinely excited to keep going. This is really funny. So, thanks for stopping by, everyone. I will not be around until Tuesday of next week, probably. Unless I can convince one of my parents to stream with me. Unlikely, but possibly. Other than that, this has been fun. Need some more Luigi boards, you're right. Everyone, thank you for stopping by. And have a great evening. I'll still be around on Discord, obviously, but probably not streaming. Everyone, have yourself a great evening, and I will see you all around.